Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today is a very special day because this is my very first YouTube video. And I'm not really sure what kind of content I'm gonna be doing all the time. Right now I'm just gonna finish my makeup with you guys, and it's a very last minute video. I've tried to make these videos before and I always just delete them because I feel stupid, or just like my mind is everywhere and what I'm saying doesn't make sense, or the story I'm telling, I start telling a different story, so then I never finish it. So all that to say, this is my first YouTube video, and no matter how it comes out, I'm gonna post it because you have to start somewhere, right? So yeah, today we're gonna do I already did my face, like I did my contour, my foundation, my brows. I obviously have nothing on my lips or my eyes, so we're gonna do that together. And then yeah, so let's get started. It's not a tutorial, it's just a video just for me to kind of, you know, break the ice and start my journey on YouTube. Right now I'm gonna be using the James Charles palette. I haven't used it. I've had it for a long time and I haven't used it. I know it's been out for I don't know how many years now, and I'm barely getting to using it. Yeah, I don't do my makeup as often as I used to, so let me just get a little adjusted here. Oops. Okay, so that feels much better. Let me see if I can see myself. Okay, yeah, so anyways, I've tried to do this for years, and literally years, and I have just never done it. I always been too embarrassed, and I'm like, no, I'm not that good at makeup, and I'm not like, you know, the most fantastic at it. But this channel isn't to be, you know, I'm not trying to be like any of the makeup gurus that are out. I'm just doing it so I have a reason to get ready, I guess, because right now I am a stay-at-home mom. So, but we'll get into that in my other video that I'm gonna record after my makeup is done and my hair, because yeah. So again, this is a very last minute video, so I apologize, my makeup brushes are dirty. I'm supposed to be studying and stuff right now, but I decided to not study and to make this video just because, I don't know, I feel like the time is right. Also my son is napping, so I have the time to do it for a little bit. And I recorded a video yesterday. But like I said, my mind was everywhere. I never finished a story, so I was like, man, I make no sense. So today we are going to make sense and try to at least try to make sense, try to remember what I was talking about. I wanted to post it because the ending was kind of funny. My son came in as he was napping and his hair was crazy, and he was just gone, walking around farting away, and it was just funny because it was so unexpected, and he was laughing. He thought it was funny too. He's at that stage where farts are funny to him, and his dad, my husband, taught him how to do fart noises with his mouth, so he does that and stuff. So he's cute though. He's gonna be turning 2 in October. Man, they grow so fast, it's not even fair. Like, I wish I could have slowed time down for him to be smaller just a little bit longer, but You can't slow time down for nothing, for nobody, and that sucks. So I'm just gonna start out with my base or my transition colors, I guess. Normally I'd be doing my makeup in the bathroom, but it's really dark in there right now. I don't know why. It's like a very cloudy or gloomy day. Like the sun's out, but it's gloomy. But it's hot. I'm trying not to be too loud because my son, if he hears me talking, he's nosy and he will want to come to the living room and get all of my stuff. And I'm sitting on the couch, so my makeup's on the couch next to me. And I have like, I went to Ross a couple weeks ago because my husband and I, we live in an apartment. And so we don't have very much of a dining area. So we had to buy TV trays. And so I bought this really big one thinking my husband would like it. And he was like, that's too big. So he bought, before I bought this one that I'm using right now, he bought one from OfferUp or Let Go or whatever for $5. Facebook Market. He bought it from Facebook Market for $5. This thing is like, the paint is messed up. It's wobbly, like it's not a but he loves that stupid little TV tray. He refuses to use my white one, and I'm like, okay, well fine, this one's like an actual table, so I will use it. I actually like doing my makeup right here, so maybe for videos and stuff I will do that. Man, I'm liking this. I used a palette that I got in BoxyCharm, and I love BoxyCharm. But man, the palette they sent me was crap. It was I think it was like Give Them Lala Beauty Cosmetics or something. I don't even know what that is. I had never heard of it. I think Lala is that girl from, I think she's from BET. I don't know, but I know the name. But if that's her palette, that palette sucked. Like yesterday, it was the first time using it, and I used like a few colors, and it was I couldn't get nothing out. Like it was so light, and the colors I was using were dark, but it came out like if I did like a very light look or whatever. I mean, my makeup came out pretty, but it still was not what I had expected. Okay, so I'm taking this like medium brown. Let me see. I'll just show you. I'm taking this one right here, and then I think I'm gonna use these, and then I think I'm gonna use this one in the corner of my eye. But like I said, we'll see. I don't know how, so far his palette's good. I've never used it, so this is, I'm gonna just, ooh. Okay. This is pretty. I like this because this is almost like the color I was trying to use yesterday, but it did not come out. And I will make sure that I have clean brushes next time because I didn't clean them. Yesterday was kind of a very hectic day. My husband worked late and had had to run to the store to get lights for our kitchen because the lights in our kitchen went out. So he had to do that, and then I was cooking. And I grew up with in a family of 7. I don't know how to cook for 3 people, and not even 3. It's mainly 2 people because my son's only going to be 2, and he's very in a stage where he doesn't want to eat anything but grapes. So I'm having a hard time, and I feel like a bad mom because I like put food in front of him and he doesn't want it, and I can't figure out what it is that he wants to eat. So I kind of just been extremely lazy, and I haven't wanted to do it. So and right now I'm not really exactly sure what I'm doing, but I'm sure it'll come out okay. You know what I forgot to do? If not, he wants to chew on my brushes or suck on them, and so anyways, I'm just going to start darkening my eye, and then I'm gonna do like I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. We'll figure it out as it goes. I'm gonna come in with this brush and I'm gonna blend this because I feel like it looks on camera, it looks like it's not blended, but in person it is. I don't understand. Okay. Let's go in with that same color. But yeah, have any of you guys tried the Lala, I feel weird saying that, Lala palettes, her makeup? If you have, let me know what you think of them, because I honestly hated it. Maybe it was just a bad batch. I'm gonna try it again one more time, maybe with you guys, and then I'll let you know how I really think about it. But honestly, I feel like, let me turn this. So now I am going to go in with a darker color. Where are you, brush? There we go. I'm gonna go in with a packer, and I'm gonna just pack a darker color here on my lid. Or should I do, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna use this same color on my lid. But I'm gonna slowly start to build it up. And then I'm gonna add a darker brown to the, like, here. So, but I have always loved makeup, and I look at things that I used to do and think, oh, because people used to tell me, oh, you do your makeup so nice, and then I see the makeup that I did back in the day and I'm like, ooh, how can you guys tell me it's nice? Lucky I didn't start a YouTube channel back then when everybody was telling me to, because there's no way I would have had any followers, any subscribers. If you hear any noises, like my dog's asleep and she's snoring. She is knocked out. So I have a Yorkie, and her name is Bailey. She will be 12 on the 28th of this month. She's knocked out, but I took her to the vet on Tuesday, and I got some bad news. I got news that she has a heart murmur, and they want me to send her to the cardiologist to see if her heart is okay. And it sucks because the cardiologist is, excuse me, like, I think just to see the cardiologist is $600. And honestly, I don't have, like, my husband and I are still trying to get back on our feet from everything that happened with COVID. So my husband and I, he's a barber. I am a barber and a cosmetologist. I have both licenses. But since I have my son, I've been a stay-at-home mom. So like I was telling you guys, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Wasn't always one. But as of late, I am. So he is a barber here in our little town, and I used to work with him at that barber shop. Sorry, the camera turned off. I used to work with him at that barber shop. I obviously don't anymore, but since I've been a stay-at-home mom, we're still trying to, and my son was born like right before COVID, so he was born 2019, and everyone knows COVID was 2020. He was born October 2019, and so he was like, things were normal for a few months as he was a baby, but then after that, that's when everything changed. So my husband and I are still trying to get on our feet from COVID and make sure that, you know, we have enough for rent and, you know, stuff like that. And so, you know, $600 for the cardiologist, and they told me like it was no big deal, like, oh, just get, you know, just get care credit, and, you know, we take that and this and that. And I'm like, okay, but, and it sucks because I've had her for 12 years, and I wish I had the funds to really just be like, okay, yeah, I'll drop that on her. If I had the money, I would drop that on her real quick. But like, now I have a son, and I have to make sure that I have money for us to have to pay rent, to have a roof over our head. They said that they don't, okay, so the reason I took her is she normally gets allergies around this season. And so I'm gonna go in with this like color. I showed you guys which one it was. I think I did. I don't know, can you guys see? There you go. That color. I'm gonna go in with it right here. Yes. Yep. I'm excited. So that's just gonna come in here, and I'm gonna blend this in here. So I may have to add yellow. Let's color on. I feel like this color is not as pigmented as the other ones, or it is, but it's not like sticking the way I want it to. So I'm gonna bring that orange in a little bit. if I like the way that looks. If not, you can always change it. For me, I'll just go in and change it however I want to do it. And I know people are probably going to say, if you can't afford to put the dog to the vet or take the dog to the vet, then you shouldn't have a dog. And I get it. This dog has been well taken care of for 12 years. And that she had never been diagnosed with a heart murmur before. So all of a sudden, now we're dealing with, you know, her having a heart murmur, and it sucks because at the time that it happens is a time when I can't afford to take her. Like, I can't afford to take her to the cardiologist. I can't afford to drop $600 just for the cardiologist. That's not including anything that they would have to do to her, if anything. That's just it by itself. That's not medication, it's not anything. That's just to be seen. That doesn't even cover the x-rays. So on top of her visit, just the visit, I'd still have to pay another $500 and something for x-rays, and another 80 something for medicine for her to take so that she is calm when he does x-rays, because she has to sit still. But anyways, like I was saying before, the reason I decided to take her in was because she always gets allergies around this time of year, and she will cough and cough, and I always know, okay, I'll give her some Benadryl and we'll see how that works. So I'm gonna go back in with the medium brown. I'm just gonna bring it in more because I don't know that I like the orange all the way on my lid. So I'm just gonna blend that in a little bit more. So I'm just gonna blend that in a little bit more like that. And the same on this one. And I gave her Benadryl, and her cough will go away. Little by little, it starts to go away. Well, I noticed all of a sudden, you know, I'm giving her Benadryl, her cough is still there, it's not going away, it's staying, and it's kind of starting to sound a little bit worse. So I'm like, hey babe, I gotta take her to the vet because something's wrong. And then one day she was laying down on her side and she was having kind of like a hard time breathing. So I was like freaking out, calling around, you know, the vets and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, we don't have any openings for the next few months or whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I was freaking out. I even called the vet emergency, and they didn't have any room for me to go in and have her seen that day. So they said just keep an eye on her. If her breathing gets worse, you know, just take her in first thing in the morning. And I was, like I said, I was freaking out. She's my first baby. I've had her for 12 years. I was freaking out and crying because I didn't know what to do. And she's looking at me like I can't breathe, you know? So I was feeling really sad and really bad. Like, what do I do? I don't know. I felt helpless. And so, so I prayed for her and her breathing got better. So I was like, okay, she's okay. Little by little, that day, as the day went on and progressed, her breathing got better and better and better. Since then, she hasn't had trouble breathing, but she still has a cough. So I took her to the vet because I had set up an appointment that day for August 10th. And I was like, okay, well, if she still is having these problems, I'm gonna take her, but if she's not, then I'll just cancel the closer I get to the appointment. So I decided to keep the appointment, and I took her in, and they told me that she has a heart murmur. and that she may have a collapsed trachea. So they said with a collapsed trachea, she should be fine as long as she is on her medication. And it's half a pill every 8 hours. And it was $97 just for the visit. On top of that, I had to pay $40 for her medication. And so I had to pay $40 for her medication on top of that. And then I was like, man, this is so expensive. How am I gonna, you know, I wasn't even sure I was gonna have enough to pay, you know, pay that or whatever. And so the lady goes, that was helping me, she goes, let me check, let me see if I can do something for you really quick. She goes, let me try something. So I was like, okay. And I had went to swipe my card and she was like, no, don't swipe yet. So I was like, okay. So she looks at me and she goes, she says, thank you for bringing in your free doctor visit coupon, or vet visit coupon, your free vet, first checkup vet coupon, whatever. And I was like, oh snap. So it went down from, I don't even remember what it was like 100 and something, because it was 97 for just the visit plus 40 for the, so we'll say 140, 150. It went from being that to being 40 for her medication, which was a blessing because I was like, Lord, I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough to pay this. But since she helped me out, it was cool. It was really cool. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to see if I can't get that color more that I, ooh, that, yep, this is the color. This is exactly the color that I seen, and I was like, ooh, I like that. So that orange and that yellow mixed make the color that I want, and I'm still gonna put a highlight over, so it might, see if I can make it a little bit more. Another one of my favorite highlighters, which is this one from MAC. It is called Beaming Blush. I don't know if you guys can see that color. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna go in with that really quick before we do my eyeliner and everything else, which it looks like I'm already wearing highlight, and I'm definitely not. So this has kind of like a gold to it, but I don't know if you can see. And I don't put, I'll do this side first. There was a time where, does it look like I have? Sticking out. Then I will do the tip of my nose. Which I kind of did this smoky liner, so I probably don't even need regular liner. Yeah, let's not do it. We'll just do lashes and mascara. And then I will do the rest of my, okay, so now I have everything else on. My dad's FaceTiming me right now, only so he can talk to his best friend, my son. my dad and my son are inseparable. My dad will literally want to cry when we leave, and he would have had him all day. And my son, he can't be without my dad. So if my dad is in the kitchen and goes into the garage and my son doesn't realize where that my dad stepped out for a second, he will lose his mind. So I am going to use, like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing nutmeg on my lips from NYX. Move this out of view. The good thing is, though, I do not have to cook dinner today because I made enough for an army yesterday. I made spaghetti, and like I was telling you guys, I really don't know how to cook for just 2 people. Ow! So, if anybody wants some spaghetti, I have a crap ton. Do-do-do. Dude, I can't believe Maverick's gonna be 2 years old already. He was premature. I had him literally the day of my baby shower. I was having contractions. And I didn't have him that day, but I had him that weekend, the weekend after. So my baby shower was on a Saturday, and the very next day my stomach dropped. Oh, and then I'm gonna be putting over Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Leo. So I'm gonna put this over. This isn't the right lip liner for my choice of lipstick color, but I couldn't find the other one and I didn't want to keep looking for it. This is I love Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I think his shipping is a little much, and in order for you to get free shipping, you have to spend $127. And it's like, who has that much money all the time? Well, I don't. I don't. Oh, but I love his lipsticks. Leo and Calabasas are my favorite. And I need to get a new Calabasas, but I don't have 127 to get free shipping. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna spend all of that. But at the same time, it's like, you're still paying $18, I think it's that much for, ouch, for shipping. I don't remember. I don't remember how much it was for shipping, but I know it wasn't cheap. And I was like, man, we're already paying $18 for a lipstick. And then your shipping is expensive, and in order to get free shipping, you have to spend an arm and a leg to get free shipping. So my husband's always like, you don't need no more makeup. Yes, I do. Help me, I'm poor. But they said, oh, that's right, I didn't finish. They said that they weren't sure if it was her heart murmur that was making her cough or if it was her collapsed trachea. And then they started rubbing her throat and made her cough to hear the kind of cough she had. And they said it sounds like it's her trachea that's bugging her, not her heart murmur. And also because she's not coughing up foam or any liquid or anything, that it wouldn't be liquid around her heart. So they did suggest that she gets seen by the cardiologist, but if I can't afford it, they said it's mainly her trachea that's bugging her. So I was looking at, so I'm probably gonna go to Target today once my husband gets home from work. I'm probably gonna go to Target, and I seen this like really pretty palette on TikTok, which if it's even in stock, because once something's on TikTok, everybody rushes out to go get it. So, and I know I keep looking up, but it's because I'm making sure that I'm in the camera and to see how my eyelashes look, so I don't look all like this one. I know I need to fix it. That's done. My face is done. So now I am going to fix my hair, come back and show you guys pictures or a up close video of it. Okay guys, so I'm back. My hair is straightened. I just straightened it. Let me spray them a little bit just to get them down. Okay, so this is it, the finished look. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in today. I do hope that you enjoyed the content. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment, like, and subscribe. Also hit the notification button there in the corner. I don't know which side it's on, but you know, hit that so that you know every time I post a new video. My camera's about to die. So anyways, yeah, so comment, like, subscribe. If you want to follow me, again, my Instagram is SophiaB171. Until next time, love you guys. Bye.